today? Today we are going to see if the new iRobot J7's slim design dirt bin is better than the old version. And we're going to put it up against the S9 Plus. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to put 5 different debris into each dirt bin and suck them out through the self-empty bin and see after it sucks it out if there's anything left in the bin itself. So we're going to do that with, I have some white rice, some sand, you know I got to do my jelly beans, got some cotton balls, and then of course some Fruit Loops. All different sizes, different hardnesses, and I guess the cotton ball could simulate hair in a way when I pull them apart. I don't have any pets, so unfortunately I can't do any type of hair test. If you guys really want to see a hair test, I can get some from my brother's house. But you guys could do me a big favor. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to hit the like button. These take a long time to set up. It takes a long time to record and edit and get these videos made for you guys, which I don't mind doing. It's fun. I enjoy it. But I would love for you to smash that like button if you liked it. If you did not, go ahead and hit the thumbs down as well. If you didn't, that'll kind of tell me to avoid videos like this. So first off, just for me running these over the lifetime that I've had them, to me the new one sounds a lot louder, like by quite a bit. I have the decibel meter here to test it. I have not tested it yet, so I'm curious if I'm right. To me it just sounds much louder. Now does that mean it's more powerful? Possibly. And this test will kind of prove if this new self-empty bin design is more powerful and just overall better designed than the old version. So let's first we'll do a baseline test with just see how loud it is, because I predict this one's going to be quite a few decibels higher. And then we'll start with like the rice and then sand and move on all the way down the list of 5 items that I have here. And then at the end we'll give it a score, see how good it is, and then the winner of these two, in my next video I'll put it up against the Roborock S7's self-empty bin, which in my mind I think that's the best one out there right now you can buy. But this thing's so new on the right that this thing could possibly beat it. That's why I'm doing all these tests. So let's go ahead and get a decibel count to start. So let's go ahead and start with the S9 Plus. We'll do it at the same exact distance, and we'll see just how loud it is. I'm going to change this to slow so it's a little bit easier to read. Here we go. Alright, that was peaking at about 87 to 88. Let's go ahead and check out the J7s, which once again in my head when I heard them, it's quite a bit louder, but let's find out. There you have it, much louder, like by a lot. Over 100 decibels is very, very loud. Now will that translate into a more powerful suction? We're about to find out. Alright, there we have it. It is completely full with rice. Let's see which one can get the most out on one run. Gonna start with the S9. Alright, we're just going to do one single run on all these. And now we're going to do the J7. Wow, that J7 is super loud. But if it cleans better and does a better job sucking stuff out, I'll take the higher decibel count. Let's go and check out the S9 Plus. As you can see, there's still a ton of rice in there. So not a very good job on that. Of course, if I told it to do it 2 or 3 more times, which I'll wind up doing to clear these, I'd say there would be almost no rice at all in there. But let's go ahead and check out the design on the new model and see if it can get out that ton of rice that I put in there. No, that too. Not the greatest. I would say there's less rice in here than the S9. That's still quite a bit. And yes, these were jam-packed, but if you are cleaning your whole floor plan and there's a bunch of anything, any of these 5 debris, this is going to be your results. Alright, next up we're going to go ahead and do sand. I don't know if this is going to be easier or harder. It's definitely heavier, but it's much smaller, so the airflow might be able to pull it right out. I'm not sure what to think about the sand. It might be so heavy and dense that the airflow might not even be able to pass through it. Let's find out regardless. Okay, let's go and start with the J7 this time. Alright, it sounded like the sand was getting pushed through. I'll start over here. I'd say more than half of it. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to do the same exact debris to the Roborock S7 Plus. And I predict that S7 is going to get it out completely. So that's less than half full. And I can tell by the weight, this thing. No, it's about half. So about half and half on sand. And let me know in the comments, guys, if you'd like to see this test in a different way. I'm filling them all up. Other than the jelly beans, I'm just gonna do 1 pack each. But if you guys want me to halfway fill them up or do something different or a mixture of everything, just let me know down in the comments and I'll try to make that happen. But next up, we're gonna do jelly beans. We're gonna put a whole pack into each one. All right, guys, got a full pack in each one. Now this one, I kind of think both of them have the potential to completely clear them. Let's start with the S9. Alright, let's see which one it sounded like. This one got them all out. I don't think I heard them in this one. Yeah, basically the entire pack of jelly beans in there, if you can see it. Alright, as you can see, I don't know if it sucked out any jelly beans. That's from that 1 pack on the S9. I know I heard some moving around in here, so let's see how well this guy did with the jelly beans. Still actually quite a few in there. I wasn't expecting that many. Wow, okay. So it definitely got more, but neither one really did a good job on that one. I was thinking they'd if it had super strong suction, I think it would have got all of them. So now I'm really, really curious how that Roborock's gonna do. Alright, now we're gonna break up. We'll do like 10 cotton balls each. I'm just gonna rip them in half and shove them in. Will these guys be able to clear any of this completely? Alright, let's find out. 10 cotton balls ripped in half. Alright, let's look at the J7 first. Hey, look at that. No cotton balls at all in there. So good job there on the J7. And look at the difference. There's our first big difference. The S9 is completely, oh wow, it only got out a few. So that might be a big thing for hair. I know this isn't hair, but it's probably the closest thing in this test. They're light, they're kind of fluffy, because once you get hair, you know, balled up, this is probably the consistency of some hair, I would think. So that's our first big difference, is cotton balls. And the last thing we're gonna do some Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Fill them in, see how well it does with really kind of bigger but very light items. Alright, we got both bins full of Fruit Loops. See how these guys do with this. What do you guys think? Which one's going to do better? Alright, I did not personally hear a lot of movement with either one of these. Let's take a look. Yeah, it did pretty much nothing to Fruit Loops. And neither did this one. So Fruit Loops, both of them terrible. Since they both did terrible, I'm going to empty about half of them out and see if that makes a difference. Alright, let's see what half filled with Fruit Loops does. So that was pretty interesting. Out of all 5 tests, that time for some reason the J7 went 3 times in a row back to back. Maybe there's a sensor somewhere in this that says, okay, nothing's coming through, let's try again. Which is really weird because that one went 3 times, this one went once. Let's see if the 3 times made a difference. This is the one that did 1 time, and once again, these things do not like Fruit Loops. Terrible job. You can see one is actually stuck in the open position. And when you look at, this is why, when you look at that little hole, there's not much room in there because of this filter that's under here. If this hole was like right here, I think it would overall be a much better design and be able to suck out a lot more stuff. I got a little bit, but not much. As you can see, this design's kind of the same way. There's a little bit more room in this than the S9, but both of them did very poor with the last. Once again, I think the Roborox will empty all of this and be completely empty on all of these. But we're going to put that up against it. So if we had to pick a winner, and it's not even by much, I would say the new one is better overall. I think it sucked out more debris overall than the S9 did. But it's not like, oh my god, what a difference. So I'm going to put the J7 against the Roborock. And I think the Roborock's going to absolutely destroy this when I put the same exact debris inside of it. If you guys like these types of videos, please do me a favor, smash that like button. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see other videos like this. I have probably around 8 to 10 different self-empty bin robots. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a head-to-head challenge with all 8 to 10 of them lined up like this. They will all empty the same way, kind of like this. If you guys want to see different debris, definitely let me know that as well. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, and you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend.